Welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And on today's episode, we're going to look at another Kentucky big man, Brandon Garrison. And what I see the most in Brandon Garrison is untapped potential. But let's get into these highlights and see what we think about him, right? So one of the main things that I noticed when I looked at him is he seems really comfortable running offense as far as where he has to move. He can set screens and roll to the basket. He does that really well. He's another guy that I would say is more of a traditional big man. I don't see him doing a lot of, perimeter work. And I feel like he's a guy that you probably not going to run your offense through. But he's going to be like a garbage man, if you will. Like he's going to get you some baskets by making himself available at the rim, kind of like he did on this play. Guys is driving the basket and driving the basketball, and he's floating around the paint and making himself available and getting drop-offs and getting easy buckets around the rim. That's what I feel like he's going to do most of his work. He's going to, and as you see right there, he is capable of knocking down a decent little mid-range jumper. I've seen him hit several of those in his highlights. But I feel like this is a guy that Pope's not going to have to put plays in place for him. And he's just going to do a lot of, he's going to grind around the bucket. He's going to, he's going to scrap. He's going to get you some offensive baskets. But he's comfortable screening and rolling. He works pretty good in high pick and roll. So, like I said, a lot of these big men with the motion that Mark Pope is going to have set in place, it's going to be a lot of room for guys like him to score at the basket off of pick and roll plays, because as soon as, the guard goes around the screen, he can just fly to the basket and he may make himself available, get some lob passes or some bounce passes and get easy looks at the rim, if not some lob dunks, if the guards aren't able to go up and get good looks. But even if the guards are able to get looks, he's going to be in position to get a lot of offensive rebounds. So he just kind of strikes me as a guy that is going to get a lot of stuff done without you having to actually design stuff. He's just going to find his way into the game. You're not going to have to worry about running plays for him, but yet he still will probably benefit off of just rolling to the basket and being in the right spot and making himself available, and he's going to get some stuff done. But he seems like he's got some raw, untapped potential left, because I feel like he is one of those guys that I don't know if you really got to see the best of him yet. I feel like the best is yet to come. And if he's been working on his game over the summer and polishing up, like I said, it looks like he's got a decent mid-range jumper. But if he can get that down really good to where he's just, a knockdown little jump shooter, like I said, with all the motion that's going to be in play in Kentucky's offense, if he don't roll all the way to the basket, if he just cuts to the side and makes himself available for a little pick and pop, he should be able to get some real easy looks. Because like I said, they're not going to probably run any offense through this guy, but he's just going to be just like right there, like just those type of plays. Like he's in the low block. He cuts to the free throw line, just gets a little open jumper. I feel like those are the type of plays that eventually, the ball's going to end up in his hands in the right spot, and he's going to get you a lot of easy looks. So I like what I see out of Brandon, man. And right there, I think that's going to be his bread and butter. I think he's going to be one of those guys that he's going to do pick and roll action and then dive to the basket, and hopefully the guards will be getting a lot of drop off passes to him, and he'll get you probably 6 to 8 a game, just being in the right spot. So I like what I see in Brandon Garrison, man. I think, like I said, I think he looks probably the most unpolished that I've seen so far. He looks like he's got a lot of talent, and once he gets everything polished up, he could be real effective. He works really hard. Looks like he's going to be another one that's going to stay around the basket. He's going to work hard on both ends. He's going to, he's gonna be crashing the glass. So I like his energy. He plays hard around the bucket. He's physical. So I see him doing some nice stuff for Kentucky this year, man. Like I said, I'm liking what I see overall in the roster. It's going to be different. We know this. We're going to have some older guys. We're going to have some more physically developed guys. And a lot of people is doubting our team. So I'm anxious to see if we can prove the haters wrong. And I got a feeling that we're going to shock a lot of people. I got a feeling that we're going to be better than a lot of people expect. And I'm looking forward to seeing us against Duke, because I want to see, Duke's going to have kind of one of those teams that's similar to what we've been dealing with the last several years. They're going to have a lot of young guys. They're going to have a lot of, unproven guys. And Kentucky's going to be mostly a team full of veterans. Now, we won't have the experience playing together as a team yet, but we'll have a lot of guys with a lot of games on the collegiate level under their belt. So I definitely cannot wait to see what they do, man. But yeah, I really like Brandon Garrison's game, man. Like I said, he's more traditional, same as Mari Williams. Just looks like a guy that's gonna just play hard. He's gonna get you some rebounds, make himself available for some pick and rolls or some dives to the basket. And looks like he's got a decent little jump shot. So we're going to see what he does. But anyways, you guys, as usual, let me know what you think in the comments. And we'll get back at it next time. Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.